As Halo 1 made waves in the game industry, so did its infamous pistol. But for some, the fact that the main weapon of a game with all manner of rifles was a handgun felt a bit silly, and it wasn't just felt in the gaming community, it was a vibe that was even picked up at Bungie. When pre-production started on Halo 2, the developers aimed to adjust how weapons felt and worked to better match their silhouettes. One of the first things our friend Jamie Griesmer did when beginning pre-production was save the tags for the pistol as a battle rifle, which eventually blossomed into its own weapon. The pistol was thus given the task of finding a new identity for itself, one with a bit less of a spotlight. What Bungie ended up settling on was something familiar, yet entirely new. The M6C Magnum. In terms of its design, the Halo 2 Magnum is a stripped-down and defanged version of the Halo 1 pistol. The massive scope shroud was removed from the barrel. The physical length of the magazine was shrunk so that it could fit more cleanly into the grip, and the safety switch was moved up onto the slide of the weapon. The Magnum is darker and less reflective in coloration, and the trademark colored sights were changed from yellow to green. This shift was part of Bungie's effort to give Halo 2's weaponry a more modern military aesthetic, and make the Magnum itself look like less of a shiny toy. Though Bungie did make sure to leave a cheeky little Easter egg on the weapon. Located above the gun is Korean for the number 7. In Halo 2, animations are far less detailed than Halo 1. They flow much quicker but lack the flair that made Halo 1's animations so fun to watch. The reload animation is a faithful recreation of Halo 1's non-empty reload for the pistol, but the empty reload with the slide switch was completely omitted from Halo 2's Magnum, much to my sadness. And the melee animation was just a basic series of bops and hits, a bit stiff and honestly not that exciting. The tweaks to design and animation style lead to a weapon that is obviously connected to the prior pistol, but with a more compact, less aggressive design and game feel to fit its new role in combat. Speaking of which, take cover! In terms of balancing, the Magnum's range and power were reduced. It can still kill unshielded enemies with one headshot, but landing those shots is much harder because of its weaker accuracy. In the single-player campaign, the Magnum doesn't play as big of a role, especially on harder difficulties where other weapons are frankly more important. However, Halo 2's Magnum has a trick up its sleeve. The new dual-wield system did provide unique ways to use the Magnum. When finding other compact weapons, players can mix and match which hand holds which weapon, and dual-wielding allowed for a lot of player expression. If you wanted, one hand could hold a trusty plasma pistol, which excelled at draining shields when overcharged, and the Magnum, in the other hand, could land the killing headshot. Think of it like Noob Combo evolved. For those who prefer style over substance, dual-wielding Magnums is a genuinely good time. There's something just undeniably cool about taking on hordes of aliens with a pistol in each hand. In Levels with the Flood, a pistol in one hand could be used to take down Flood creatures, while a plasma rifle in the other hand could be used against the Forerunner Sentinels. Due to the pistol's anemic spare ammo supply, poor accuracy beyond close range, and low damage, moments of greatness are unfortunately short-lived. It's simply too easy to burn through the spare ammo supply of only 4 reloads. As a result, in the campaign, the Magnum just doesn't quite stick the landing. In multiplayer, the Magnum's legacy is a bit different. When the game launched, it took 9 shots to kill a fully shielded player. By itself, the Magnum wasn't that great. But when players dual-wielded 2 Magnums, things got wild. Despite Bungie's best efforts, the Halo 2 Magnum would not go down without a fight. The fire rate allowed players to spray bullets and take down enemies effectively at close range. This dual-wielding problem became such an issue that Bungie had to step in. They released a patch that made the Magnum weaker, requiring 13 shots to kill instead of 9. They also reduced its dual-wield accuracy, and the combination of these 2 nerfs was enough to finally put down the Halo 2 Magnum for good. On its own, it's just not a viable weapon. In fact, for owners of the limited collector's edition of Halo 2, They got an exclusive version of the game manual written from the perspective of the Arbiter. Even he refers to the pistol in its section as laughably weak, which is a bit much, even if it isn't exactly wrong. Without dual wielding, the Magnum's just a weak link in the sandbox. And it's a big change from the all-powerful pistol of Halo 1, and some, well, okay, a lot of fans were disappointed by this. But others enjoyed the new mechanics and found the dual-wielding system pretty damn exciting. The Magnum was a great pick when mixing and matching weapons via dual-wield, and in a way, it's sort of the unsung hero of the dual-wield system in Halo 2. Over the years, fans have come to look back on the Halo 2 Magnum with a bit more kindness. It's definitely not as strong or versatile as the original, but it remains a fun weapon to use in the right situations, even if it's a bit confused in regards to where it belongs in the combat loop. Still, there's something undeniably cool about dual-wielding Magnums and unloading on Covenant enemies, and combining the Magnum with the plasma pistol or plasma rifle as a consistent winning strategy in multiplayer, if used by skilled players. The Halo 2 Magnum might not be the legend of its predecessor, but it's still a memorable part of the game. Its style simply can't be defeated.